This year, Yeshiva Toras Chaim, the Denver community, the world at large, lost a friend, a Talmud, a budding Talmud Chacham, Shmuli Silverberg.
Shmuli personified Torah, he personified Midas, he personified Derech Eretz, he personified the joy and geschmack of being a Ben Torah.
Shmuli was a personable person. He had a lot of simchas Chaim. He was geschmack, loved to learn, loved to be part of the family. He was a geschmack yid.
Shmuli was an extremely ruchniistic bacher. He was always working on something, growing. He had tremendous she'ifas.
He would put in hour after hour during Seder. He didn't allow anything to be an impediment to his learning, an impediment to his goals. He truly personified Mabatum Gam Gamasa Bailam.
We started for the first time Beis Medrash the first day we learned, and it was much longer Seder. It was 3 hours. And after the Seder, he came over to me and he said, "The mice, that was 3 hours knocking for a Seder, 3 hours." He was blown away by that. Now I have opportunity to learn 3 hours straight.
What was unique about him was it didn't take away from his Ben Adam L'Chaveri as well. He was able to be there for his friends. He saw the needs of his friends. He embodied that true blend of Torah, Avodah, and Gimelas Chasad.
Shmuli was a person that went out of his way to care for everybody. That was his midah. When somebody came to the dormitory or somebody came to the yeshiva, even this boy was a 9th grader, and he was in 12th grade or Beis Medrash, he was the guy that greeted this guy. He made everybody feel like $1 million.
Shmuli was a person that cared about everyone and made it his interest to make sure that everyone felt good, everyone had a place. There's so many things that you only notice really after that it's not there, that it was there. And all those little things that no one thinks about really, that was always him.
His whole mitzvah was chesed. Erev Shabbos, he would be cleaning up the Beis Medrash, getting ready for Shabbos, putting the tablecloths on. One week when the janitors didn't come, he was the one who vacuumed the Beis Medrash right before Shabbos. And Motzei Shabbos, he would clean up the Beis Medrash, put all his farm away, fold the tablecloths, and get the Beis Medrash ready. He always there with a smile. He wasn't just doing it because he was part of Yeshiva, he was doing it because he wanted to do chesed.
He exuded happiness and simcha. He was always singing out loud while he was learning, walking to learning. He was full of chiyus, really a lichtig bacher.
My children, Mordechai and Dina Silverberg, their home was a home of happiness. Yiddishkeit geschmack is a different Yiddishkeit than it's dull. You have to make a geschmack. And that's what his parents taught Shmuli Silverberg, and that's what he transmitted in himself with all his yeshiva guys. It gotta be geschmack.
Shmuli, as a chavrusa, he was genuinely excited to learn. When you walk into the Beis Medrash, he was loud. He would get you energized. He was genuinely excited to learn. It was real by him. Everyone around him was just nisayra to learn. You couldn't not learn in front of him in his sviva.
He accomplished tremendous amount of things. And what he stood for, we have to learn from him.
He wasn't holding where he was just because he was there. He worked on it, and you could tell there was something to learn from, to just work on oneself and to continue trying to plug away, even if it was a bad day, even if it was a hard day.
It's hard to imagine a bacher Shmuli's age was able to encapsulate the Torah, Avodah, and Gimelas Chasadim. In every area he had excelled, in his chukas and his desires. While in yeshiva, we are definitely moving forward, but we're not moving on. Shmuli will always be remembered, and is always missed.
It is so befitting that family and friends and the world at large stepped up to create an everlasting legacy for Shmuli in Yeshiva Toras Chaim, where he called home. An Eitzer, a library which embodies Torah, called Eitzer Shmuel. Within this Eitzer will be a set of Nevi'im, a set of prophets on cloth, on parchment, which will be read every single week, along with the Torah, and this will also be an everlasting legacy for Shmuli's memory.
We're keeping the memory of Shmuel Silverberg alive. And even though he's not with us, but he is still with us. And that's his legacy. And Amir Hashem b'mheir v'yameinu, we'll have Mashiach at Tchias HaMesim. We'll dance again with him, Amir Hashem.